I'm sure everybody at this point is aware of the comments that Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz made this past weekend at the Turning Point Action Conference in Tampa, where he claimed, of course, that the pro-abortion protesters are just too darn fat and ugly to be impregnated. And then, of course, he suggested that they need to march because, again, he thinks they're just so out of shape, maybe it would do them good. Well, earlier this week, after he made the comments, he found a photo online of one of these pro-choice protesters. Happened to be a 19-year-old woman named Olivia Juliana. So Matt Gaetz posts her picture trying to say that, haha, this proves what I said over the weekend. He was body shaming this 19-year-old, trying to say that this proves my point, everybody go laugh, basically. It didn't work out like Matt Gaetz had thought it would, because this young woman, Olivia Juliana, rather than getting beaten down by a sitting member of Congress trying to body shame her, put her anger into action. So she turned around in viral tweets that have been going on all week and used this attack against her to raise money for abortion, for people seeking abortions, for abortion access. And as the week went on, I mean, we're talking 3 days at this point, only 3 days, she has now raised over $500,000 as of this morning for abortion causes here in the United States because Matt Gaetz tried to body shame her into feeling bad about who she is. Now, again, had this happened to me, I probably would have reported the tweet, which, for the record, I did report Matt Gaetz' tweet before all this activism happened. I saw it, reported it for targeted harassment. Twitter did nothing about it. And honestly, that's a good thing. If I would have known this would have been the outcome, I wouldn't have reported it anyway, because Juliana is apparently far more thick-skinned than I am. Something like this typically would beat a person down. Being physically body shamed by a sitting member of Congress, I mean, how do you think you would take that? Do you think you would have the courage to turn it into activism, or would you possibly get depressed? Would you get angry? Would you be sad? Would you lash out? I would do any one or possibly all of those things, and I think most people would too, but not Olivia Juliana. She turned it into action, because that is what real leaders do. That is what bravery looks like here in the United States today. Now, as I mentioned, she is 19 years old, and she has had a lot of people telling her, you need to run for office. And she has made it clear, obviously, I'm 19 years old, I'm too young to run for Congress, so I can't do it. Yet. But in a couple years, 6, 7 years, she would be eligible. And I hope she does run, because if you run, you have my full support. I will do whatever I can to help you get elected to office, because you showed us this week that a teenager has more scruples, has more passion, and has more leadership abilities than a 40-year-old Republican member of Congress. And we appreciate what you have done for this country this week, Miss Juliana. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.